Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SMADA TV's Talkshow. Before we start our talk show, please let us introduce ourselves. I, Arya Sutawijaya,
I, Adiravido Sadradi,
will going to be your host for this special talk show. As we all know, throughout this world, many environmental issues have occurred, such as climate change, global warming, and droughts, with Indonesia being no exception. Droughts, epidemics, and even deforestation numbers have significantly increased over the past decade in Indonesia. Fortunately, there are many environmental heroes that are actively trying to raise awareness of the environmental issues in Indonesia, with one of which being Laetania Belai Djandam. Laetania Belai Djandam, or as we like to call her, Tania, is an activist, especially environmental activist from Kalimantan. With only 19 years of age, she has been actively trying to raise awareness of environmental issues in Indonesia from her social media platform. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Laetania Belai Djandam.
Hi all! Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Laetania Belai Djandam. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Kalimantan and human science student at the University of Sheffield in the UK and an Indonesian youth environmental activist.
Everybody, please have a round of applause for Tania.
Thank you.
Tania, please have a seat.
Thank you.
Not only Tania that is here with us, there are also people that have contributed to her success.
please welcome Tania, parents, teacher, and her classmates.
Please, have a seat. So, Tania, we would like to know the reason behind your interest towards environmental issues. So, I'm going to ask a question. What is the thing that kickstarted your interest towards environmental issues?
I think because I see many people getting sick and even using death for some people because of the polluted environment. That's why I want to be a person who cares about environment and minimizes death caused by environmental pollution.
Now moving on Tania further, where I'd like to know what is your biggest challenge to educating and supervising Tania to be a better child, depend on your experience.
My challenge in educating Tania is to maintain a balance between freedom and supervision. Children who are interested in their environment tend to want to explore many things. Father need to provide freedom for exploration while still ensuring the child's safety and security.
Well, I think you the most greatest father ever. I think no one father can open for his child wishes. Also, you protect the Tania and also give Tania freedom. Boss. Now moving on Tania mothers, I have questions for you. What ways do you influence Tania to make her so interested to environmental issue?
I often involve Tania in making craft from plastic waste, such as making pots from used plastic bottles.
that is a very unique and interesting ways on instilling interest onto a child at such a very young age. Well, give a round of applause, everyone.
Now moving on, Tania teacher. Well, how Tania and class? Is it a bad student or a good student?
Okay, Tania is outstanding in class. At her young age, she is active is an environmental activist and a college student. Her involvement in environmental issues began at young age, and she has always been enjoyed in various projects to help the community, especially in Kalimantan.
Wow, okay, that's such an interesting fact. Not only that is Tania excellent in academic context, such as in her class she is excellent in school, but she's also able to divide her time with non-academic stuff, such as being an activist, and she's also good at being an activist. So that's so good. So give her a round.
We're moving on Tania classmate. Well, as the Tania classmate, what do you feel then?
Having a close friend who are concerned about environment is cool enough. That makes me proud of her so much. Thank you. In the positive side, I got inspired and motivated to our love surrounding more and more. Being a best friend of environmental activities will make you a better person too. Sometimes Tania also teach me how to recycling waste, but on the other hand, I quite difficult because of her lazy activities.
Wow, Tania so good lah. She teach you everything, include the recycling waste. Last but not least, he also Tania friends. I have a question for you, friends. How Tania influence her friends regarding to environmental awareness?
The influence Tania has on her classmate is significant. Her presence motivates them, making the class disciplined and respectful. The of environment they maintain clean lines by disposing trash and regularly doing caring to this.
Oh, I've never known that Tanias have such a big influence in your class, especially with making programs that is very supportive of environmental awareness. That's really cool. Okay, from Tania's story, we all know that environmental awareness is a very important aspect towards human life, especially in this over these past decades. Because as we all know, the Earth is very old, has been very old, and environmental issues have been such a common news over the past decades. And we hope that you guys that are watching at home will be more aware towards the environmental issues around the world, especially in Indonesia. And with that, we would like to thank you all that have been watching this talk show from the start until the end. I, Aryas Wijaya, would like to thank you all, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 1, would like to introduce our member.
I, Djandam Adi number 3, as host.
And I, Aresta Wijaya, with presence number 6 as a host.
I, Karisa Zavina Nabila, number 8, as Tania classmate.
And I, Trisatara Chandra, number 10, as Tania classmate.
I, Farhan Atala, number 16, as Tania's father.
I, Regina Yuna Prabowo, number 22, as a Laetania Belai Djandam.
I, Naimada Clara Kalista, number 28, as Tania's mother.
And I, Tior Felix Dano, number 38, as a Tania teacher.